What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Sorry I've been so inactive. I've been on holiday, came back on Monday. I haven't been well. You might be able to tell by my voice. I'm a bit congested and stuff, but I'm on the mend now and it's back to normality. I'll be doing a lot more videos now in the coming days. It's hard to get back into things. When I was on holidays, I was meant to do a few match reactions and stuff because, let's face it, I think we needed some after some of those performances, but I wasn't well. I was like crazy sick with a really high temperature and stuff, so I couldn't do it. So yeah, here I am now. So sorry for the inactivity, guys. If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking with me, and let's get into it. So Alexis Sanchez is on his way out to Inter Milan, and it's no surprise. We've been linked with them for quite a while, and you know, we've known that Alexis Sanchez wants out and we want him out. But the thing that I have an issue with is this is a loan deal, and we still pay most of his wages. So we're paying, I think it's 5 million of his wages, and it's not an option to buy deal. So realistically, we're just cutting costs. We're just cutting costs because we're most likely going to get Alexis Sanchez back unless he has the best season ever, and then we can sell him. But at the end of the day, this season we're still going to be paying him a massive chunk of money, and he's going to be off somewhere else. I'm happy because I don't want Alexis Sanchez in the squad. I think it gives much more room for Greenwood, even though Greenwood is getting time. But now that Martial is injured, I don't know how long that's for. It shouldn't be too long. Greenwood should probably start, but it still kind of doesn't make sense in the way that we're literally just cutting costs. I just really want Alexis Sanchez out of the club for good because the money situation, I just think he screws up the whole team when he's there. 45 games, 5 goals. I think that's absolutely disgraceful. He's a flop. He's failed at Manchester United. No matter how good he was at Barcelona or Arsenal, he was a top player, and maybe he will be a top player in Inter Milan. That's fine. You know, the Italian league isn't as rapid as the Premier League, so him and Lukaku may tear it up together, I don't know. But I still think he's lost something, and I don't think he can just get it back by changing. Maybe he can, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on Sanchez. Do you think it's a good thing that he's going on loan, or would you have just preferred him to be sold and us get a good bit of money? The problem is his wages are way too high. That's the problem. No one can pay it, so the only way of getting him out for a while is on loan, and it just sucks. It absolutely sucks. I don't know how in God's name he got that deal. I think the board and Ed Woodward are absolute fools for having someone on the books with that crazy money coming in. I don't know. I don't get it, but I don't get most of the stuff that we do. I really don't. Anyway, a little bit about the games that I have seen. So I missed the start of the first game, the opener against Chelsea, and then I went to a bar because I was on the beach. Went to a bar to get the second half, and I was loving it. I thought we were brilliant. You know, Chelsea were good, but we were just better at finishing. We were just clinical. I am not gonna lie, I cried when Daniel James scored, just because I'm a bit of a romantic like that. I got very excited when we signed him. A lot of people were writing him off, saying, oh, like, he's from Swansea, 15 million, we don't need that. But realistically, I think we need players like that, players who know how big Manchester United are and will fight for the club and aren't just all about money and talking and wearing their clothes. I think Daniel James is a normal lad, and he just wants to play football and prove himself, and I think he's done brilliant. So his goal in that game was a deflection, and it was a good goal. He just came on and scored, and his celebration was for his dad, who recently passed away, sadly, just before he signed for Manchester United. So yeah, I just got a bit teary-eyed, and I was delighted for him. So 4-0 against Chelsea, great start to the season. Then we went and played Wolves, which is always going to be difficult. Very difficult game. I was watching it, and yeah, we were unlucky because, of course, this penalty shite that we're we're facing recently. We can't take penalties, we can't take free kicks, and we can't really create. It's awful. After that, the win against Chelsea and then going to not be able to score penalties and stuff, it's a joke. It's a joke. But yeah, unfortunate not to get the win. But a draw away to Wolves isn't the worst result. Although I do think we should have won. You can't take away from that free. Was it a free kick? Yeah, it was a free kick. You can't take away from his goal. Or maybe it wasn't a free kick. Jesus, it was way out of the box anyway. Neves, I think it was Neves. Then we played Crystal Palace, and I don't know what it was, but I went into this game thinking we should win it. We should win it. I predicted 3-0 on Instagram. If you follow me, nfrancisco90, I predicted 3-0, and I just felt this is gonna be flopped around, and I'm gonna look like an idiot now, and it was. Crystal Palace bet us 2-1, and I was fuming, absolutely fuming. It was just shite, absolute shite. So, for many reasons I'm annoyed, but one is because the penalty thing again. How hard is it to take a penalty when you're a professional footballer? And Paul Pogba got so much stick for missing the penalty against Wolves, and then Marcus Rashford missed a penalty. Yeah, it was probably a better penalty, and he hit the post, and he was unfortunate. But still, Pogba gets racially abused and you know, attacked by people, and now people are saying Pogba out, writing it all over signs, and then people just forgot about Rashford's penalty miss very, very quick, which I think both of them should be fucking ashamed, because that's embarrassing. How much do you get paid? How much do you get paid to take a penalty to play football? And they can't do it. Like, yes, the pressure is on, but they're professional footballers. They should be able to take penalties under pressure. They should be able to do loads of stuff under pressure. I just find it laughable that Manchester United do not have someone who can put away penalties. I'd give it to someone else. I know that will not happen. I'd love to see Dan James on penalties, just because, I don't know, I just think it's not working with the two of them. Someone has to just do it, and yeah, I think it's a joke. Then, when in that game, I think Pogba played quite well, but he gave the ball away late in the game, won it back. Dan James scored a goal. Very good. Then again, Paul Pogba gave the ball away, and they went on the counter-attack, and they get a late winner. It was a joke. Their defender scored a goal, Van Aanholt. And we went from salvaging a point to losing all 3 points against Crystal Palace in Old Trafford. Like, that is not okay. That rang bells in my head. It was just all too familiar. It was like last season. It was a definite last season performance. We've strengthened our squad, and we shouldn't be letting that happen. And it happened. And it was a stupid reason for it to happen, because the ball was lost in our possession. It was lost for no reason. We didn't need for them to go and attack. We should have been attacking. We should have done that. And we just couldn't. We had all the possession. We had so many shots. And they had, like, what, 3? And they win. Like, stats don't matter, because what matters is when you're putting the ball in the back of the net. And we can't do that. Of all the chances that we have. And it all comes back to these penalties and free kicks. Like, why don't we have someone who can take free kicks? I'm fed up seeing the ball get skied over the bar or put out to the side. Like, no one on our team, from what I've seen, the people who take the free kicks, no one is good enough to take those free kicks. Why don't we have someone who can do it? Like Ashley Young, as past it as he is, he takes better set pieces. And Juan Mata is a great set piece taker. So I don't know. I'm not saying that I want those players starting at all, but I just feel like they're the only ones who actually can take set pieces. It just mind boggles me, it really does. Anyway, this is turning out to be a longer video than I had hoped, but I've been away for so long and I have a lot to get off my chest. Let me know what you thought of the start of this season. And yeah, we have Rochdale in the cup now. The draw happened last night, I had training last night as well, so I was going to do something last night, but busy. So let me know what you think of that draw. Let me know your thoughts on the season so far. 1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw. Absolutely terrible. The only good thing we have going for us is probably our goal difference. It is, I think, the 2nd best or 3rd best in the league. So we need to keep fighting, but we cannot be dropping points against stupid teams like that. And we cannot be letting that happen again. I will say I'm very impressed with the new lads. The Harry Maguire, Wan-Bissaka and Dan James. Very excited about them. I just laugh at the haters who slated Dan James when we signed him, and now he's gotten 2 goals in 3 games. The 2nd goal that he scored against Palace was an absolute worldie. Like, it was very confident, brilliant, and I was so proud seeing that happen, because I do think he's one of my favourite players right now. Him, Wan-Bissaka, and then Harry Maguire, obviously great player, but I just love Wan-Bissaka and Dan James. I think they're both great additions for us, and they're so young. So is Harry Maguire, of course. But yeah, so for the people who wrote Dan James off before he even got a chance, yeah, I hope you're smiling now. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, drop a like on the video, and I will see you for the next one. Sorry for being so inactive, but I am back.